and profit. See the lineup at freeoffangus.com. That's FREOUF Angus.com. A good market deserves great genetics. Make plans for Sunday, March 1st, the Free Off Angus Bull Sale, south of Bartlett, Nebraska.
From IllinoisFarmRadio.com, this is the Noon Farm Show, extended edition of the Farm Show this week. I'm Seth Lawrence with you folks as we highlight FFA chapters from across central Illinois during this National FFA Week, and excited to welcome in the students from the DeLand-Weldon FFA chapter. Vice President Addison Roos with us. Addison, you can pull that mic a little closer to you there. How are you this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. Swinging on over. Sophia Martin is the chapter reporter. Hi, Sophia, how has FFA Week treated you so far?
It's been really good. We're excited for the things to come up.
For sure. And Karlee Fenton is the chapter secretary. And Karlee, thanks for coming out today. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Absolutely. Well, let's start there, girls, and have you tell us about FFA Week a little bit. Addison, let's start with, what does the week look like for your chapter? What do you have planned for you and your fellow FFA students?
Well, we do have a Spirit Week planned. Today is Blue and Gold Day. Tomorrow's Camo Day. And we have some fun activities throughout the week too, like trivia. And we also have a teacher appreciation lunch for the teachers. So that's pretty awesome too.
Sure. Let's start with trivia. When is trivia? Where is trivia? Is there a theme to trivia? How about that?
So trivia is just questions about FFA and like the history of FFA. And how we do it is we have like a little chalkboard in the lobby, and then it'll ask the question, and then people will write their answers down on like a little sheet of paper and just put it in the little bucket there. And
sure. Can I have you and Sophia scoot over just a pinch so I can get Addison in the camera there? There you go. People want to see you there, Addison. Well, awesome. Did you guys learn a lot about FFA in putting together this trivia contest?
Definitely.
Cool. Did you say when it was and how that'll kind of fit into the school day?
That's up to you. You're in charge.
Our trivia is going all week, and like each class gets to do it. So like your class, if you have to get a certain amount of points, so if you get it right, you get like a point for your class, and whichever class wins, you get a prize.
So is there like different questions each day?
Yes.
Then? Okay, got it. Can you tell us the questions for today?
Today was, what are your FFA colors?
Well, it's blue and gold, right? Okay, so is that the only question, or is there another one?
No, not yet.
Okay.
The only one for today.
Oh, that's the only one for today. All right, very good. So I don't know if your fellow students are going to be tuned in. Do you want to key us in on what the rest of the questions are? I don't know if you want to. You don't have to do that. I was just curious. No. Yeah, keep them.
It's a secret.
Yeah. You don't give out the.
I'm sure they're listening.
I was gonna say, you don't give out the questions to a test before you get them. So why would we do that? Very good. Karlee, how about dress up days? What do we have going on for dress up days?
Like they said, today is where your FFA colors. Tomorrow is Camo Day. I think, what was Wednesday?
America Day, so red, white, and blue.
Sure.
And then Thursday is Dress as Your Advisor. And then Friday is Farm Animal Day.
Farm animal or farmer.
Versus
farmer.
Okay, or Farmer Day, sure. Oh, do you guys, I forgot to ask the kids at Hayworth this. Do you guys have Drive Your Tractor to School Day?
We talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to go through with it, but we talked about it.
Yeah.
I would like to have it because I want to drive my tractor.
Me too.
I remember back in high school, the parking lot would just be taken up with all the tractors. It was, if you didn't get there in time, you had to park like a block away. And so that would be cool for you guys to do. But so in planning your first FFA week, what was that like for you guys? Like, I know some of you mentioned you had been to Blue Ridge and their FFA chapter in years past. And now with your own chapter, what was it like to just plan for DeLand-Weldon? What was that like?
I mean, we had a lot of meetings and it was really fun, like deciding everything that we were going to do. And it's just nice finally having our own thing instead of having to go to another school, because we have to go to Blue Ridge for like a lot of sports and stuff. So it was nice to just have like our own thing for once.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoyed it.
And take ownership of it, right? Yeah, definitely. So what did you guys in wanting to establish your own culture of FFA Week? Sophia, speak to that a little bit. What were some of the trademarks that you wanted to make DeLand-Weldon's?
Well, we wanted to make it to where every kid was allowed to join and be included in it. So for our FFA week, we said that we were going to put up an FFA committee to help plan all these days out so that if you wanted to join and help set up our days, you could. So basically, we set that up and we had about 10 people sign up for it. So we let
which is half the chapter, right?
Yep. So we let everybody pick a day or something that we wanted. So we all agreed upon that. And then we did our appreciation, like, lunch for our teachers, and we all picked out that. So everybody was really included, and everybody was able to put their opinion in. And
Definitely. Karlee, can you tell us about the appreciation dinner for the teachers?
So I think we're doing, like, it's just one option for the teachers. I know some of our teachers may have, like, a gluten allergy, so we're gonna, like, accompany sort of, like, making sure they're also a part of it by having either a baked good or having a, like, something they can bake out of it. Because one of our English teachers, she's not going to be able to have the actual lunch for it. So we're going to make sure she has something she can get out of it too. And for me, I'm going to be in charge of baking, like, a baked good for them. So I was thinking of doing maybe a cookie or something to, like, accompany with the actual meal.
Sure. When is the teacher? Is it lunch? Appreciation lunch?
Yeah.
When is that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay.
We also have, like, hot dogs and hamburgers for them too.
Cool.
And chips.
And
Sure. Very nice. Yeah, of course. Give back to the teachers that are in your school as well. Very nice. Very nice. Any other activities for yourselves or your fellow students we haven't touched on for FFA week?
I don't think so.
About covers it. Sure. Again, that's the students from the DeLand-Weldon FFA chapter. Vice President Addison Roos. Sophia Martin is the chapter reporter, and Karlee Fenton is the secretary for the chapter. And I'll tell you what, ladies, a couple of minutes here before we need to go to break. We're talking about planning for FFA week. Addison, when did planning for FFA week starts?
Oh gosh, when did it start?
It started about, like, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'd say,
okay.
like, a couple weeks before, and we just had a bunch of meetings, like
just getting it all together, huh? What so in planning for this week, what do you all hope to get out of FFA week, and why is this week so important for the DeLand-Weldon chapter, particularly your first go through of this?
I mean, I just hope that everybody sees, like, how inclusive FFA is and not to be scared to join it, because I feel like it gives great opportunities for everyone. And even if, like, FFA is not their thing, I feel like FFA week kind of gives them, like, a peek into, like, what FFA is and what it would be like. So I think it's just a great chance for everybody to see how it is. And
Sure. You know, the conversations with this week are so fun because they can go a lot of different directions. Do you all have connections to agriculture at some level, or
I say so.
Yeah, go ahead, Karlee.
My dad, he grew up in Clinton, and he was, like, he showed cattle, and he was a part of the FFA. He had his, like, own farm to do all that. So I grew up upon that. And then now we have, like, horses, and then we take care of them, ride them occasionally, just make sure everybody, like, our family still stays in the agriculture way, because that's where we, like, grew up on.
Sure. Addison, what's your connection to agriculture?
So my family farms.
Yeah. And Sophia, what's your connection to agriculture?
Well, we have livestock, like, we have horses, and we have donkey and goats and pigs and stuff. So we just keep connected that way.
Yeah. But of course, Addison, you touched on it. I mean, just because you may not have a connection to FFA doesn't mean you can't join. Speak to that a little bit, if you will.
So I feel like, even though we're, like, a rural school, I feel like a lot of people still don't, like, have a connection to agriculture. So some of them are like, oh, I don't want to do this because it's ag, and or, oh, like, maybe I'm not welcome because it has to do with agriculture. But I just feel like there's just so much more than it just being agriculture. Like, some of my friends are just like, oh, I don't want to do this because it has to do with agriculture. And I'm just like, it's so much more than that. There's so much more that you can do that you don't have to be a part of agriculture for. Like, and it just teaches you a lot about life too. Like, there's so many things you can go to and compete at. It's just so much more than just, oh, I have to be a farmer or something, you know?
Yeah. Sophia, you're shaking your head to a lot of this. Elaborate on what Addison had to say there.
Because I think that a lot of people don't realize, like, what exactly agriculture is. And I think a lot of people only think, oh yeah, I'm only in ag if I'm a farmer or if I have animals like that. Like, no, I think that it's more than just that. It's like where you grow up and how your family is and just things like that. And people I feel like should be more included in that. And I feel like FFA has really given us a family and place to just be us. And you meet a lot of new people and you got a lot of new opportunities to do things. And I just think that's super exciting. And I think a lot of people should try that out.
Definitely. Well, our tagline on the farm show is if you eat, you're involved in agriculture, right? And so I'll tell you what, on that note, girls, let's break and we'll talk about maybe some of the ways that FFA reaches beyond agriculture through competitions and things like that. Addison, how do folks follow along with the DeLand-Weldon FFA chapter?
So we have an Instagram page, we have a Facebook page, and I mean, sometimes the DeLand-Weldon Facebook page posts about it too. So you can follow us on any of those social medias and you'll see what we're up to.
Very good. Again, that is Addison Roos. She's the vice president of the DeLand-Weldon FFA chapter. Sophia Martin is the chapter reporter, and Karlee Fenton is the secretary of the chapter. And we'll talk more with them coming up on the Farm Show from IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
We've been able to expand our operation quicker than we thought was even possible with Farm Credit's help. My name is Garrett Behringer.
And I'm Jacqueline Behringer.
I'm a fourth-generation farmer here in Southern Illinois.
We raise corn, soybeans, and wheat, and then have a small cattle operation. Big challenge is trying to grow our operation. He's been able to grow from cash renting one small farm to being able to own some land of our own. Luckily, Farm Credit's been able to help us with that.
That's my goal, is to be able to just work hard and hopefully one of these days have them paid for and run a little bit more of a stress-free operation. Farm Credit's the ideal farm lender. They're really very understanding, more than any just traditional bank.
Ready to purchase farmland? At Farm Credit Illinois, young and beginning farmers can receive discounted interest rates and learning incentives. Visit farmcreditil.com/freshroots.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating. Let's end your frustration by signing up for fiber internet in Clinton. Click the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Spring will soon be here, and that means planting season. Now is the time to finalize your spring fertilizer and inputs. Hi, I'm Sean Bites from Maroa Ag, just north of Maroa. Maroa Ag has provided Central Illinois farmers with custom application, crop nutrients, and crop protection products for over 30 years. If you're looking for a business partner that will help you maximize your yield as you prepare for spring planting, come see us at Maroa Ag now. We're here to give you the one-on-one service you want and expect. Maroa Ag, your partner in the field this spring.
Tom Kenny here, your ag lender at State Bank of BMAT. It's the start of a new year, and while the fields might be quiet, we know your plans are. Whether you're lining up seed orders, upgrading equipment, or expanding your operation, we're here to help. At State Bank of BMAT, we've built strong roots with our ag community. Whether you need an operating line or funds for expansion, we've got the tools to keep your business moving forward. Stop by or give us a call today. Bank where you belong at State Bank of BMAT. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Health isn't just something you think about when you're sick. At the SIU Center for Family Medicine in Lincoln, our doctors care for you through every stage of life. Annual checkups help you stay ahead of problems, keep your family healthy, and build a relationship with a doctor who knows you. Make preventative care part of your routine. Book your annual appointment online today by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. SIU Medicine in Lincoln, forward for you.
From IllinoisFarmRadio.com, it is the Noon Farm Show. I'm Seth Lawrence with you folks this afternoon from IllinoisFarmRadio.com. It is National FFA Week, and this week on the Farm Show, we are highlighting FFA chapters from across the area. And today we're visiting with the girls from the DeLand-Weldon FFA chapter. Addison Roos is the chapter vice president, Sophia Martin, chapter reporter, and Karlee Fenton is the chapter secretary. Girls, you mentioned that you got to go to your first National FFA convention in the summer of last year. Addison, what was that experience like for you and the kids?
It was awesome. So we only got to go for a day and we had to leave the school really early at like 5 a.m. But it's okay because we had to get there at 4. We had to leave at 5.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was awesome. We just got to experience it for the first time. There were so many people there. Like, I didn't realize that FFA was like such a big thing because we've never had it. And it was just awesome. There was just so much there, like, and so much to do, it felt like. And I'm sure when we go back next year, there's just going to be so much more for us to do and like see.
And then in a multi-day thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Sophia, why you got to go on stage? Why'd you get to go on stage? Well, I guess you didn't get to. I'll ask Karlee. Why did you all get to go on stage last year?
I believe it was mostly Addie and our other girl. Her name's Jalise. They went to, was it Springfield for it?
For state convention, yeah.
State convention, and they got to get re-chartered for our school to become actually a part of FFA again. And so I'm guessing it was like a certificate they handed you.
Yeah.
And so we received the certificate of being able to actually induce agriculture and FFA back into our school.
Very good. Very good. That's awesome. Yeah. So first time through our first year for the reintroduction of FFA in DeLand-Weldon schools. To that end, you mentioned you went to Springfield for, was it state convention? Yeah. What was that experience like for you guys?
I mean, that was pretty fun too. I mean,
yeah.
There was also a lot there, and we got to watch one of the sessions, and we got to go out on stage, and they recognized us for being rechartered, and it was just a cool experience, and I'd like to go back to it again.
Definitely. So. Very good. Very good. Well, let's dive into kind of competitions, individual accomplishments, things of that nature. What's the chapter got going on, Karlee? You guys doing anything?
Last week, we went to Beef Expo in Springfield, and we got to compete in judging different kinds of cattle. I believe there was like semi-tall heifers, Angus beef steers, and then we got to talk about more of those, and then we got to have our own single accomplishments for them, and we got our scores back. I think Addie was first place in our team to
really. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, what was that like for you, and what is that competition all about? I mean, what do you have to do with cattle?
So you want to answer? You haven't talked in a while.
Well, we all went, obviously, and we were like split up into teams, so like half of us are on one team and half of us are on the other. But basically, you look at there's 4 cattle that are brought out, and you look at all of them and you judge like based on the different like sections, like breeding or like beef, like for when you want to eat them. So like there's different things that you need. Like if you want to eat them, then they have to be fatter so that you have more meat. And if they want breeding, they can't be too big, but they can't be too small.
Sure.
So it's definitely like hard to figure that out, and it's definitely like a huge accomplishment when you like feel that you got to do that right. And figure it out.
And Addison, you were just first for the chapter, is that right? Or was that?
I was first for my team. Yep.
Okay. So is this, I've always wondered this, are these things you practice for like through the course of the FFA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you practice for this?
I mean, you watch videos of different cattle, and then you have your Scantron, and then you take notes, and basically just like you do at the competition. Practice is like just like that. You do the same thing. So
I'm looking at the clock. I've only got 2 minutes. So let's prioritize. What do we want to get to next, girls? What's like, is there something coming up? Is there fundraising you're going to do? Anything you guys want to make sure we get to before we have to let you go? What comes to mind?
Well, next year we're trying to plan on being at National Convention longer instead of having to leave at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
and then coming back that same day.
Yeah.
We're wanting to like maybe go for multiple days, maybe like 4 days to a week. It'd be great like for our FFA chapter to actually be more like into it sort of and wanting to be able to like go to more sessions and learn more stuff and like, grow our minds of that.
So do we have to fundraise for that then? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. Okay. Do we have any fundraisers coming up, or are we still planning those?
I think we're still planning those. Our teacher lunch appreciation is a way to like help fundraise, because I think we're doing $6 maybe for each teacher's meal, and they pay that amount, and then they get the food from our FFA chapter that's helped make
Gotcha. Very good. And that's on Wednesday, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday afternoon. Very good. You mentioned, Addison, that the chapter is on Facebook and Instagram. What are you posting there? How are you keeping the community afloat of what you're doing from those spots?
I mean, we just post what events we go to, what competitions we go to. A fundraiser we actually have is the DWFFA apparel store that just reopened. We had that opened at the beginning of school, and we just reopened it.
Okay.
So that's another thing we have on there is the link to the store. So
Sure. On the FFA Facebook page?
Yep.
Wonderful. Very good. Girls, Great job today. Thanks for coming out and doing this. Enjoy the rest of your FFA week experience.
Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Again, Addison, Roos, Sophia Martin, and Karlee Fenton with the DeLand-Weldon FFA chapter, our guests here on the Farm Show from IllinoisFarmRadio.com. That's where you can go for the latest in ag news and interviews. Again, that's IllinoisFarmRadio.com. I'm Seth Lawrence, reminding you, if you eat, you too are involved in agriculture.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, along with 92.3 FM Clinton and 106.5 FM Bloomington Normal.
Hi, Ryan. We're here for the wedding. The wedding was a month ago. You were supposed to be my best man.
Told you he'd be upset.
Sorry. See, we were headed to the church when we heard a radio spot for a furniture store.
We really needed new end tables.
And while we were paying for those end tables...
Tell him what happened.
Here's what happened. Jen heard a radio commercial for a 3-day spa package at a big fancy hotel.
Oh, Ryan, it was so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Anyway, we're lounging by the pool.
Tell him what happened.
Here's what happened. I'm listening to a podcast on my phone.
When he hears an ad about a direct flight.
Hi, Ryan. Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Breaking news at Town Hall.